Subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and never miss an update from Latestly.
Intermittent fasting has been in the limelight for all its purported benefits. But between all the talks about how much weight you can lose with intermittent fasting and whether you should combine it with keto, we tend to overlook one crucial aspect. Can intermittent fasting have side effects? It turns out that consuming fewer calories can affect you in several ways. Besides experiencing a few bumps on the road on the first few days of starting the diet, here's how you can tell if the fasting diet is the best fit for you or not. While hangriness is not a real word, it's a real feeling of grumpiness, grouchiness, and irritability when your body goes without food. It's not easy to go without food for 16 hours, and you should not be starving first thing in the morning when you've consumed enough protein at night. But if you are, it's a sign that your body is not adjusting well to the fasting and you need to make certain dietary adjustments. When you go too long without food, you might find yourself yawning over and over the mid-morning. Wading through a brain fog is a tip-off that you're not eating the right foods during the non-fasting hours. Yes, you're allowed to eat whatever you wish on an intermittent diet, but you should still be feeding your body with nutritious foods that'll make you healthy and strong. If you experience persistent headaches, nausea, or dizziness during intermittent fasting, it's a red flag that your diet may be throwing your blood sugars out of whack. Intermittent fasting can cause you to become hypoglycemic, a dangerous condition for anyone with insulin or thyroid problems. In fact, if you have diabetes, you should avoid any sort of fasting. The lack of nutrients, especially protein and B vitamins, and sudden weight loss can lead to loss of hair. And while intermittent fasting does not necessarily make you deficient of nutrients, it can be a challenge to eat a well-rounded diet when you're cramming a whole day's worth of munching into a couple of hours. Reevaluate the nutrition content of your daily meal if you think you're losing more hair than usual. Going 16 hours without food can also be a recipe for gastrointestinal issues. Any diet can cause digestive troubles if you're not getting enough fluid, protein, vitamins, and fiber. So if you started intermittent fasting and can't seem to have your bowel movements regularly, it's time to hit a pause to your plan and speak to a nutritionist. While many have reported improved sleep patterns with intermittent fasting, a recent study found that it causes a decrease in rapid eye movement sleep. Getting enough rapid eye movement sleep has been linked to better memory, concentration, and cognitive processing. So if you notice that you've been finding it difficult to fall asleep after starting the intermittent fasting diet, talk to your doctor to ensure that you're not hurting your health. When you're constantly not getting enough calories every day, you might find your menstrual cycle slow down. Sudden weight loss can disrupt your typical hormone cycle and cause irregular periods. So while you might be shedding pounds, you could be depriving your body of calories it needs to function.